Hey. Been a second again. Just want to drop in real quick as we kind of wrap up this whole my headphones, Jussie Smollett goofiness. I knew it was the minute I read the headlines and read the stupid story, and I was like, uh-huh. MAGA hats, white guys, Chicago, 2 a.m., subway. Uh-huh. I knew it was a scam. I was like, let's just see how long it takes it all to fall apart. Didn't expect it to get this much mileage. Like, what is like, that was like, a month ago that he claimed this? I thought maybe within a week, maybe 2 weeks, it would all fall into pieces. We all definitely got some laughs. Two Nigerian brothers ended up being the culprits. Maybe I can find it and add it to the video. There was this meme, like, a picture of like a kind of smug Pepe looking Trump saying, what is it? Uh, what was it? Economy doing so good. Jussie Smollett was able to hire two people. Yeah, so all in all, knew it was a hoax, knew it was a scam. It's funny watching all the kind of think pieces and everything come out about it. I guess the one thing I could say is, one thing, the Cory Booker Kamala Harris kind of, I don't want to call it conspiracy theory, but maybe kind of at this point it is. People suggesting that perhaps he was put up to this by them to garner some more support for their anti-lynching bill. I wouldn't put it past them. Maybe not directly them. Maybe a few chains or pieces removed. That's something that I think could be an interesting theory about this. Who knows how that'll shake out? Maybe not. I retweeted a tweet that someone mentioned, some black woman that tweeted out, like, this where he's identified as black and all the all the the paperwork and everything, but it's so funny. He has like a whole white Jewish daddy who I guess is deceased, and again this one drop, and just kind of referencing the one drop rule and how problematic it is. That's something I've been wanting to talk about for a little while. Maybe this would be a kind of nice little segue. So, channel update. I reached out to someone on Twitter to potentially do some maybe cool artwork or something for me. Maybe just kind of get something more mine and make it kind of more homey over here. What I'm working on is, after all the things that's been going on, particularly in the black woman sector, that I guess I and a lot of you who listen to me kind of fall into, I don't know if I want to kind of litigate or really think about too much of all the drama and the fallout that's been happening over the past month. Something just hit me. I'm like, you know what? I want to go back to maybe the beginning. Let's go. I want to maybe do just maybe, I don't know if I'll just do them as lives, maybe some lives and or just some like uploads. I want to go back to Khadijah and Halima's blogs. I know I'm going to probably invert the two because their names are kind of like Islamic and similar. So please forgive me. I'll definitely add a correction later for sure. But Data White Guy blogspot, I believe it's still up. Actually, a couple months ago, I found myself going back and rereading a lot of her posts from the beginning. And these are like from maybe 2007, 2008 onwards. I think she stopped blogging around like 2012 or 2015, somewhere around that time period. And then my the Sojourner's Passport, which is also a book that I should read at some point. They've both been heavily recommended over time. I know that there have been some issues between one of them and maybe Crystal and Kara's at some point, and just in terms of like the kind of BWE transition, and actually it's even more enlightening when you consider the fallout that's kind of happened in a lot of camps within the past month. But anyway, I just kind of want to go back to some of their old blogs and posts, because especially now where in 2019 we're easily 5, if not close to maybe 10 years removed from what they were writing, from a kind of black woman empowerment, sovereignty, enlightenment perspective. And I was just thinking I'll just get on, read some of the blogs and kind of talk about them, and just kind of go through it and maybe kind of draw like a history from then to now. And it just would be probably worth revisiting, seeing what some of the things they were saying nearly a decade ago have come to fruition. And just, sometimes, I'll give one of those trite hallmark statements. You can't know where you're going if you don't look backwards, or whatever. Insert one of those sayings or what have you. So anyway, time to get back to my desk. So just want to drop in and say that, and I